ability, and it's very important in areas, for example, like online travel, gaming, online gaming. Those are the types of businesses that require these, and of course, retailers that operate around the world, global retailers, they require that. So
why do you need a specific player, a specific new player like Global Collect? The normal acquirers, they haven't developed internally like a function to manage global transactions.
They do. So, for example, in the U.S., you have many online acquirers that Nike could go to. The problem is Nike would have to go to an online acquirer in the U.S., then they would have to go to one in France, then they would have to go to one in the UK, and one in Italy, and one in different countries. If they go with Global Collect offers them one single point of interaction. And then Global Collect takes care of solving the complex puzzle of where to route transactions. So that's what these cross-border acquirers do. They allow the global retailer to just have one interface and to only have to deal with one entity, as opposed to if Nike decides to acquire in the UK, they're going to have to go and they're going to have to interface to a UK acquirer, certify with a UK acquirer. Then they go to France, they're going to have to find an acquirer in France, certify with an acquirer in France. So for them, it's better to go to one company that provides one interface and that allows them to do transactions worldwide.
Okay. So then let's go back to we'll cover also the global acquirers, but if we go to the main acquirers for each of the main geographies, so I guess in the US we have the classic First Data, Vantiv.
In the US you have first. I mean, they're going to vary because now it's country by country. So in the US, of course, the largest players are First Data, Global Payments, Elevon, Vantiv, and that's it, because there's been consolidation. There used to be Heartland, but Heartland is now part of Global Payments. So those are the major acquirers in the U.S. Now, we can go to Latin America, and every country has 2 or 3 acquirers. The largest acquirers in Latin America, of course, are in Brazil, and that's Cielo and Rede. Then if you go to Europe, you have the acquirers in the UK, the acquirers in France, the acquirers in Italy.
Let's spend 5 minutes for each of the top 5 countries, because I would be interested in that. So, in the UK, I suspect it's mostly WorldPay.
That's correct.
What about
which is
France,
the old RBS?
Yeah.
So, I'm not familiar with the largest acquirers in France. Italy was Cartasi, which today is Nexi. Germany, you have several acquirers. You had First Data and Elevon both operating there. You also have Ingenico operates there with their Easy Cash operation. If you go to Canada, there's not one large player. There are several large players. You have Moneris, you have TD Bank. TD Bank, Royal Bank, RBS. I forgot. There's one other bank in Canada that's a large acquirer. I mean, they're varied. I can send you a list. I can send you a list.
No, but I think we can find it. We can find it online.
The best source for that is there's an industry report called the Nilson Report, NILSON. And once a year, they issue a report that has the largest acquirers in terms of volume by country.
Perfect. So then, if we move to the processors, I suspect mostly they're going to be, in the majority of the cases, the names that we already said. What pure processors do we have?
The acquirers in the U.S. are many times classified as processors because they're doing both functions. They're doing not only the acquiring function, but they're doing also the processing. So Elevon, Global Payments, Vantiv, which is now WorldPay, and First Data are all considered processors. And that's kind of unique for the